Hey view riders, and thanks for joining me on another video. Today we are at On Yer Bike, Ducati Aylesbury, and I'm on this lovely Ducati Diavel V4. This is a bike I've been interested in riding for a long while, so very pleased to have got on this. So this isn't it's not going to be a run through, a proper review or anything like that. It's just going to be my test ride impressions. So first things first, very balanced. I'm going to turn this off. Yes, first things first, very balanced. I'm actually quite surprised at how light this bike feels. I thought it was going to be a bit of a chunk. Hey! You can't beat a V4. As some of you will know, I had a 200 V4 last year, and sold it in the end for a monster 937, because it was just a bit too much for the road, I thought, and it was a bit grumbly at lower speeds. But this feels completely different. This feels really manageable. I'm doing 30 miles an hour now. Third gear, she's lowering it. We're in touring mode. Let's go into second gear to wait for the light. Yeah, see, I think third gear is actually alright in town. So comfort wise, this is really nice actually. Obviously it's a cruiser style riding position, but I'm a bit the bars are not that far back, and you're actually quite leant forward. Not so much leant forward, but yeah, you're just a bit more forward than I was expecting. The pegs are right in the middle of the bike. So your knees are comfy, not too bent. The seat feels a little hard. But not uncomfortably so. In fact, so although it feels hard, I feel like I could cover quite a few miles on it, to be honest. So obviously we're only on a 40 minute or so ride, so I won't be able to put it through its proper paces. But yeah, I'm also surprised at how smooth this bike feels. So we're not getting our feet down. I mean, it's quite a low bike actually. So I'm 5'10", I've got no issues. Get my feet flat on the floor. I actually really like this riding position. It's It's a bit of a cross between a cruiser and a naked. So obviously the star of the show, it is wonderful engine. I love a V4. Also I do miss my 2.0, but yeah, it was the right thing to sell it, right thing to do to sell it, but I do miss it. So going around bends, well, a lot of shit on the road here. It's not, it does feel a bit cruiser-esque. If I'm honest, it's definitely not a sports bike, but the roads are a bit wet, but I feel like if you muscle it, it's going to go around and follow the exact line you want. So it's a bit alien compared to what I'm used to at the minute, but I could definitely get used to it, that's for sure. Yeah, the key is to muscle it around those bends. It sounds beautiful. Not quite as beautiful as the 2.0 V4. I mean, that's probably the best sounding bike on the road, I believe, still. But yeah, it does sound glorious. Gearbox is lovely and smooth, that quick shifter. Up and down, absolutely lovely. Vegan buttery smooth. The brakes are lovely. Front anyway. Over the rear, yeah, the rear is pants, but the front, lovely, lovely and progressive. I thought it was a bit grabby at first, but it's not. There's nothing in terms of vibes either. This is you can feel the bike is alive underneath you. But wow, even at those high revs, it's so smooth, it's lovely. That TFT screen, oh I like, beautiful. TFT screen is probably a little bit low, so you do have to look down to see your speed, but it's got all the info you want. Including, unlike the Street Fighter V2, a fuel gauge. Oh, this is lovely. Yeah, the key is muscle it round his bends. And do you know what? It's a bit like the 1200 Sportster, the Revolution Max Sportster. Once you start muscling it around the bends, once you tune into that dialing, I mean dialed into that to handling, it's not a problem at all. It's not a sports bike, it's not meant to be, but this, suspension wise, all I can say is I've not even noticed it work. That's how lovely that suspension is. taking the bumps in the road really nicely. I'm getting a really good feel for what the bike is doing. Yeah, that chassis is amazing. Yeah, good. When you put your foot down, you just have to be aware that the that foot peg is a little bit in the way. It's where you would naturally put your going to put your foot down, so it's easy to catch. So not a major issue, but something worth noting. I'm quite surprised, but there's not much in the way of wind blast actually. Far less than I was expecting. Yeah, that screen there is doing a decent job of deflecting a lot of the wind above your head. Oh, hey! Oh, well, it's giving sniffing. It is a bit nippy out today. Oh, that was me. I wasn't positive enough with the gear change. So if you want to go into sport mode, press and hold that button in the middle, up into sport, close throttle, and I believe now we should be in sport. Hey! Oh. Oh wow. What an exhilarating bike. I'm seriously enjoying this. So the view from the cockpit is absolutely beautiful. I love this black. This colour black is just gorgeous. Mirrors are similar to my Monster 937. Got a good view out of the back. Don't vibrate too much. All the controls, everything feels quality as you would expect. This is going to be a nice test. Here we go, let's go over the bump. No problem at all. Yeah, everything looks and feels quality. I'm deliberately looking for bumps now, and we're doing absolutely fine. Also has cruise control with a button there, which I'll attempt to try in a minute. So I believe this has Bluetooth connectivity. Yeah, so you can connect your phone, so you can control your music and everything, and phone calls, settings menu. You've got a lap timer, so I'm guessing it's going to have launch control like on my Monster. It's got basically everything you're going to need on a bike like this. Oh yeah, this is it's actually so planted around those sweeping bends. Okay. So I'm not going to go too mad because the roads are quite wet and it's not my bike. But I'll tell you what, it is drying out a bit. Could you go touring on this? Absolutely. I'd say put a little screen on the front just to deflect a bit more wind above you. But this is such a comfortable place to be. I'd cover a lot of miles on this without any issues. There's no pressure on your wrists whatsoever. I don't feel like I've got a lot of pressure on my back like some cruisers. And as I said, the lack of any kind of vibes, just a bare minimum, just enough to make you know that this is a motorcycle. Yeah, you're not going to be in discomfort, that's for sure. So with the cruise control, okay, so you got your on off button there. So I presume you press, yeah, there you go, press the up button to set it, and now we're on cruise control. Press the up will increase the speed, and minus will decrease it, and as with most other systems, just a double the brake or clutch and the off button, and it will disengage the cruise control. As with on my Monster, the controls for the TFT dash are not especially intuitive, I don't think. Yeah, they do take a bit of getting used to. Bike is averaging 41 miles to the gallon, which isn't bad for a bike on a press fleet, because it's going to get ragged, isn't it? The only thing this bike is missing, which I would like, I don't think it has, are heated grips. Currently 9 degrees, and that would have been a nice little bonus. There are some lovely roads around this part of the world. Better when they're bone dry and there isn't a slow moving Renault Megane in front. Nothing against Renault Meganes. So who will this bike suit? It's obviously not a beginner's bike, so probably not recommended if you've not long passed your test. But then again, it's not threatening or anything, and the throttle works both ways. You don't have to use that power if you don't need to or want to. So yeah, not a beginner's bike, but it's probably fine as your second bike if you're looking to step up from your current lower powered machine and you quite fancy a power cruiser. So just for scientific research, let's put it in wet mode. Oh yeah, you can definitely feel that lagging power. You can 100% feel the difference. So again, if you were stepping up to one of these from a lower powered bike, you could stick it in wet mode and just get used to it, and then gradually work your way up to sport. Yeah, the power delivery is a lot smoother in wet, but you know me, let's get that back into sport. So I have to say, this is one very, very, very nice bike. So confident in sparring. I thought it was going to be a bit of an animal. Far from it. The only criticism I have, which is a similar criticism I have of my Monster, and that's the rear brake is pants. At these low speeds though, absolutely lovely. Oh, I just want to let it off the leash. While we're fueling up, let's have a little look around it. What a lovely bike. That is a stonker. That quadruple exhaust there looks absolutely beautiful. That rear wheel, just gorgeous. Yeah, everything about this screams quality. The only thing I'm not 100% keen on from the styling point of view on those indicators. There's a bit of an afterthought. So turning on the Diavel, press the power button. You just can't stop yourself. Listen to that roar. This is music to any biker's ears. That clutch at lower speeds is lovely as well. It's not grabby. Starting point is pretty much smack bang in the middle. Finding neutral nice and easy. Welcome to Bicester, home of Bicester Shopping Village. If you're into that sort of thing, which I'm not. So this is an important test at the low speed. Absolutely lovely, no problem at all. Can't really do that much really, but yeah, this gearbox is silky smooth. I'll tell you what, I've been on the road a little while now and I've got no aches and pains. My neck isn't hurting and I've got a huge grin on my face. That tells you all you need to know about this bike. So as you come to the end of our test ride, it's time to deliver my verdict on the Ducati Diavel V4. And I think you can safely guess this is another bike I'm absolutely in love with. What a machine. Once you dial into that handling, it handles beautifully. Just remember, you got to muscle it around, show it his boss. Suspension is lovely, takes all the bumps in its stride, potholes are no bother. Engine is just incredible. Doesn't quite sound as good as the 290 V4, but well, still sounds absolutely beautiful. Gearbox is buttery smooth, obviously vegan butter. That quick shifter up and down works really nicely. Not had any complaints of it, no false neutrals, nothing. Comfort is spot on. I feel we've been riding for about 50 minutes and I feel fresh as a daisy. Honestly, it's far more comfortable than I was expecting. It's such a super confidence inspiring bike as well. It's not intimidating at all compared to what I was expecting. Doesn't feel heavy. The seat height is low. The only, I said, slight issue is getting your leg over that rear hump. So yeah, this is another bike that gets a thumbs up from me. No complaints whatsoever. Absolutely loved my ride on it, and I'm glad we've finally ticked this box. So I hope you've enjoyed this little test ride with me, guys. Please hit the like button and consider subscribing for more videos like this. On that note, cheers for riding with me, you riders, and I'll see you on the next one.